Come on, Louise. We won't fight you. See, Teresa's office was all pressure painted. Of course, they needed it. What is it, health with Venice? They need to touch up the ceiling a little bit. Give her a hard time.
We have one set, we should have extra. You can, okay, look.
Oh, it's good. Great. It's very humble. She did. She means to try towards the sick. And so, she's in the front part of the office.
I have extra. Thank you. Thank you. I think I remember. Okay.
But we're on our way. We gotta get everything. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to this March 7th meeting of the Committee agenda. First of all, I'd like to have the roll call.
Mayor Duffy,
Here?
Vice Mayor Goodman,
Here?
Greg,
Here.
Jeff, Rice, and Alan.
Here. The next item on the agenda is public comments, which are for items not on the agenda. And would anybody like to make some public comments? Seeing none, we'll go to the regular agenda. First item is review and approve the minutes of the January 15th joint meeting of the City Council and Finance Committee.
I move approval.
I second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Next item is the review of our current investment portfolio.
Thank you, Mayor. I have sent out to the committee two investment report from Cutwater, one dated January and one dated February. Also in your email is the report from Lake that I have downloaded from their website, consists of what they invest in during the fourth quarter of 2010.
Now, which reports, is this report,
Yes.
which one is that one of the two, or?
This one, I just sent it to you in the email. This is this, you talking about the state, the lake?
No, this.
This one.
That's the only one I have. Did you send one out this morning? I didn't check.
No, this one is just in the email that I sent as part of the attachment, because to save paper, I did not print it out for everybody. This is just an investment portfolio of what the state of California invests their money in, like how they invest their lake money.
Do I have a copy of my email?
Yes, but if you would like, you can have this copy. Okay. Okay. That, the lake report is just for information only. What you have in your packet is the latest one, which is the Cutwater report dated February in your agenda packet today. And without going into detail, I'm just, as the committee director, I just sent out a copy of the pages that I think is important for the community to have. And this is just to give you how our performance result is for the month of February. Okay. The committee specifically asked to look at the investment mix to see how we are doing in our portfolio investment with different type of investment vehicles. If you will turn to the page that has this report, they say Gatsby 40 in your agenda packet. This is where you can see how the funds are being invested. I circled the two columns, which is really a percentage of the portfolio. The first column is historical cost, and the second column is fair market value. And you would look at each type of investment, where is a shaded gray area, that's to tell you the percentage of how much our concentration is on each type of investment. And as Neil from MPI, from Cutwater was out here in January, he can say that his principle is not to invest more than 25% in any of the agency investment. So you can tell majority of his investment is the highest concentration is on Fannie Mae, and we have, based on the cost, we have about 14% exposure. Okay. If the committee have any question, I would be happy to answer any question along the way, but without going into a lot of details. This is just to highlight where we are on and how our money is being invested. The other one that I thought it would be good for the community to look at is this chart which shows the maturity distribution. Okay, and you can tell from the investment, a big chunk of our money is in short-term investment, which are under 90 days. And at today's investment and also the interest rate market, it's good to go short because you can tell in the month of February when interest rate go up, our fair market value of our bond instrument actually have reduced their value because of the interest rate going up, your bond value is going to go down. So from Cutwater's investment strategy, going short at the present time actually works to our advantage. But nobody can predict what interest rate is going to be like. So this is the best recommendation.
But as we discussed in the last meeting, going short certainly didn't help us as the interest rates were going there. Okay.
As they were going.
And locking in longer term, you know, when you give more term, then you generally get a little bit better premium. However, we voted last time that we said that we would allow them to continue to make the decisions. So,
And I personally, this is just my personal opinion, that with the state of the world at the moment, staying short is the wisest strategy.
So for the purposes of this chart, everything in late is in the other, under 90 days?
Late is under 90 days. The reason,
Even though they might be
They
investing in
be longer.
longer-term maturities, you put it under 90 days because
Yes.
you can pull your money
we
out.
can pull our money out, exactly.
that's good.
Okay.
I have some questions. I reviewed this with my financial advisor just to get his thoughts on it, and he came up with some ideas. Maybe you could just take back to Cutwater and see what, he was saying there's 3 or 4 other alternatives that we could consider that wouldn't give us a large yield, and there probably would be some risk, but not much. And in order of risk, the first one he thought we ought to look at is tips, because they're U.S. Treasury and they're inflation protected, but he didn't know what the yield was at the moment, so they're very low yield, but they are government guaranteed.
Yeah.
And,
Tips is actually running, the most recent purchase could run negative because of the inflation factor is not in place. So the earlier tips that you purchased actually made.
oh, we actually did buy some?
Not the portfolio, but myself personally, I did look into that.
Because I'm thinking of doing it personally, just to get out of gold in the tips, but that's personal. But this might have, just to ask him, I mean, he doesn't have to do anything, just to add, did it, and the other was CDs, because the CDs, to make sure they're protected for $250,000, I think they are for cities as well as personals.
Yes, it's 250,000.
So, I mean, we could probably get another 10 or 20 basis points if we wanted to get a bunch of banks and line them up and,
Right, you're talking about the other CD product.